Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Caleb. I wanted to do a little bit of a market update for the Denver metro area. I haven't done one in a while. Today is July 2nd, 2019, and we're in the middle of the summer. And having said that, we're going to take a little looky here at some of the things that have been going on. I pulled this report from DMAR, which is the Denver Metro Area Association of Realtors. So this is actually from May 2019. They're usually about a month or two behind just because they have to compile all the data. And but you'll kind of see this trend continue as the summer goes on. So May 19, 2019, new listings were up 16% for single-family homes and 20% for townhouse and condo properties. Under contracts have increased to 14.8% for single-family homes and almost 10% for townhouse and condo properties. Median sales price is still rising, but at a slower percentage, so it's going up by 3.7%. So your average house in the Denver metro area is going to run you $451,000. And for a townhouse or condo, you're looking at an average of, or a median rather, of $315,000. Days on market is increasing. I've noticed that from a lot of other agents in my brokerage. They're saying, hey, I'm not getting as many showings. What gives? You know, part of that's just the general summer slowdown. Things always kind of slow down in the real estate market in the summer. People are on vacation. They're out of town. They're doing summer stuff, so they're not necessarily looking at moving at the moment. But I think that's kind of a continuing trend this year. If you guys aren't familiar with the Denver area, it's been a crazy, crazy market for the last several years. You know, you would put an average house on the market and you'd have 10, 15 offers on it within the first weekend. Things are definitely slowing down. I just sold a house in Castle Rock, and while we had a ton of showings, that first weekend we only had the one offer, which we did go with, and we did close on that. So definitely still happy for my clients, but it's definitely a noticeable slowdown from what it was the last couple years. So I'm going to move my face here out of the way. So, yeah, and the inventory is starting to rise. That means we're going to be becoming more of a balanced market. And, you know, it's kind of just gotten to the point, in my opinion, that the prices have reached a point that people just can't, they're not going to go for that high of a price for what you get in the Denver area. So people are starting to sit on the fence. You're going to notice that there are more price decreases. Days on market's definitely up. And it's, you know, a lot of people are not really used to this because, like I said, it's been crazy hot in the Denver market for the last couple years. So we'll take a look. Just this is the single family homes in the Denver metro. So your active listings, like I said, they're up about 6% from last year in May. Under contracts are up 14%, which is good. New listings are up almost 16%. So there's a lot more inventory coming on the market. So, which is good for buyers because they have more choice. They're not feeling quite as rushed to purchase something, and they might be able to negotiate with sellers a little bit more. For sellers, not as great of a thing. They might have to make some more concessions, might have to do a couple more things to make their property more marketable, or they might have to lower their price. So, yep, sold listings, everything's still up a little bit, but as I said again, days on market starting to creep up a little bit more. You know, year to date, it's up 12, almost 13%. So when you put your house on the market, don't necessarily expect it to sell that first week anymore. You got to really put in a little bit more effort to make sure your house stands out because there is more inventory coming on. And we'll give you just a little quick look at the townhouse. And I'll actually link you guys to where you can find these statistics from DMAR. You just download it. It's like a zip file, and then you can get all this information. So things are still, like I said, moving along in the Denver area, but they're definitely starting to slow down compared to how it's been. So depending on where you're at, I mean, if you're looking to sell, it's still a great time to sell a property here. Denver's still very popular. If you're looking to buy, it just kind of depends on the circumstances of what you're looking to do. I still personally think that we're kind of hitting the kind of top of the market, and we're going to continue to see a downward trend into the next couple of years. But that's just my prediction. So yeah, this is a big report, so I'm not going to go through all of it, but I did want to also go into RE Colorado, which is our MLS system in the Denver area. And we're just going to take a look at a quick 7-day market watch here. I like this little area because it's a good way to see just kind of what's going on as a quick snapshot. So we've got about 2,300 new listings on the market, but you'll notice the one of the other big items is price decreases. So we'll go ahead and click into there and just take a look. So these are all homes that everything in the green is currently active on the market. Orange is under contract, red is sold. But these are all specifically things that have had a price decrease within the last week. So you can see there's a lot of stuff that's sitting out there that needs to get sold, so people are starting to decrease the price. We'll just click on this random listing right here. So these guys started their listing on May 31st, 2019, and they started at $784,500, and they have done a price decrease all the way down to $719,000. So they've dropped the price on their house, $65,000. And that's only been on the market, well, today's the 2nd, so just over a month. And that's a pretty massive price decrease. I don't know the comps and stuff for this particular house. It was just randomly picked, so very possible they had it way overpriced, and now they're maybe coming back to reality. I'm going to come down into Parker because that's the area I live in. So even stuff, in the 400s, it looks like there's having price decreases. Let's take a look at, this is over in Riva Ridge, kind of off of Main Street near Parker. We'll see what these guys did. So these guys did a price drop of about 12,000. Or 14,000 rather. So people are definitely starting to drop their prices. This one's been on the market about a month. So, that's one thing to keep in mind, guys, if you're planning on selling your house right now. Take a look at what's in the neighborhood and people that have, maybe been sitting for a month or so. If you can come in at a competitive price and beat out some of your neighbors, then maybe you'll have a quicker go of selling it. And of course, it depends on everybody's situation. Some people are moving for a job. Some people are selling, but they're not in a huge rush to get it sold. So it does really depend. So these are, pretty significant price drops here. Going from 505 to about 480. Yeah, it's 25 grand. Say 5, and these guys only dropped 4, but they're still decreasing in price. So we'll even look in our neighborhood, Blue Star. These guys have dropped 50 grand. So yep, people aren't really seeing that same amount of action that they were seeing previously in the market here. So just something to keep in mind. As far as me, I've got one current listing right now. If you haven't checked it out, I'll just click into it to show it to you. It's down in Larkspur, Colorado. It is a gorgeous property on about 10 acres. Main house has 4 beds, 4 baths, and this workshop over here is about 2,000 square foot workshop underneath, and it's got an 1,800 square foot apartment on it. Great home for multi-generational living. If you've got somebody, a family that wants to move in with their parents or vice versa, fantastic for that. Really not too far. It's a little closer to Monument than it is to like the Parker and Denver areas, but it's only about 5 minutes to get to I-25 from here. Would make a great hobby farm, or if you have horses, it would be a great horse property. But just wanted to show you that real quick because I do have that listed on the market. If you guys have any specific questions for me, if you want me to look at a house for you or give you information about a particular neighborhood or area in the Denver metro area, feel free to comment below and I can get in touch with you. Again, my name is Caleb Block. I'm a realtor with HomeSmart Cherry Creek, and we're going to keep on checking out the market as the summer goes on here. Another channel you might want to check out is Silver Liberties. I watch a lot of his video. He's in, I think, Westminster, but he lives in Colorado. Him and his brother make some really interesting videos. They're kind of the same opinion that I am, that the real estate market's a little bit overvalued here in Colorado, so I recommend checking him out. He's got a good perspective. And like I said, if you guys have questions, just feel free to leave a comment. And thank you so much for watching, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks.